Okay, rolling, everything is rolling nicely. Okay, so I know the title of this video sounds very doom and gloom, but this is something that I've been wanting to get out of my head, that I've been thinking about for a while, but I just didn't know how to package it, in a worthwhile video. But I just thought, you know what, let me just cut the camera on and just talk about it. So the title of this video is why most of us probably won't make it. And I'm talking about us as musicians, right? So the reason why I say that is because most of us, I think we're oblivious to the fact that a lot of the people that we look up to that are in the industry and the people that are out there really doing it big in the systems that we are following and the systems that, lead the trends and the systems that lead everything in terms of, music, the styles and everything that we do, we fail to understand like just how things are moving in time, because most people don't understand that what you get, like let's say a song is dropped today, it doesn't mean that the person made it last week or they made it just a few days ago. For some people it does, especially for people like myself or some other people. But when it comes to like a lot of record labels and all those other things, and like on a bigger scale, those projects were probably like years in the making. Some people actually start to release songs that they've made like years ago, you feel me, and then they only release them later. So what I'm trying to say is that the people that we normally follow are usually like years ahead of us, right? And we are always behind, and we then get inspired by the stuff that they release now, not knowing that this is the stuff and the vibe that they were on maybe like a year or 2 years ago, right? And then we only start to copy that style, like at that moment we'll start to hear that kind of work that they would have been releasing and all of that, and then we start to learn it and get inspired by it, and then time is moving, and then we want to later on start to release our own work that's inspired by these people, but then those people have moved on way past that thing and they're now on the next thing. I don't know if you get the timeline that I'm trying to explain here. Like think about it. Like if someone made a song like 2 years ago, right? Like that was their vibe, and they made it and it's done, right? And they released it today, right? By the time they finished that song 2 years ago, they're already working on the next thing. And while they're working on this next thing, they're probably working on something different than the thing that they did last year or a year before that, you understand? So by the time we hear it like 2 years later or a year later, to them it's stale. It's new to us as the consumers, as people that follow music and all these things, but to the people that we follow, it's now old to them. They're already on the next thing. That's why it's hard for us as musicians who are upcoming, who are out of the industry. That's why we're always so behind. We can never seem to make it, because every time we seem like we are just super behind, and it seems like we're not really leveling up to where they are, because trends and styles and moods are always changing and people are always moving. And this is a problem that I think most people are really oblivious to, and I also wasn't aware of this problem. And this is the number one problem that I think that why most of us will probably not make it, unless if we realize that, these people will always be ahead of us. So if we want to blow up in the industry, or if we want to get to their level, we need to find a way to keep up with what they're doing. So let me talk about solutions. So I have 2 solutions that I think can help in this whole situation, right? So the first solution is to learn fast, right? So let's say something comes out today. Like I know someone like Travis Scott just released an album recently, or whoever you're interested in, or if it's films or if it's photography or whatever, you hear something that you like and you really love that. I think it's a good idea for you to teach yourself how to learn fast, so that while the hype and everything is going on about that thing is still going on, you can learn fast enough to keep up with that thing while it's still like, everyone is still buzzing about it. Right now, everyone is talking about artificial intelligence. We knew about artificial intelligence way back before it caught on the mainstream. Some of us knew about artificial intelligence already. Remember Ultron? That's artificial intelligence, right? We knew about this. Like a nerd like myself knew about these things way before everyone started to catch up. That when the mainstream was like, oh, AI this, everyone's making an AI video and all of that. I'm just like, bruh, I already know about this. You know, what's new? That's why some people just don't care, you understand? But then companies then use these things to market to people because of the hype. But anyways, I was just saying that, you know, you have to learn fast if you really want to keep up so that you can make it. But the window is very short that you're gonna have to, like, you know, slip through so that you can, you know, get into and catch that wave. You're gonna have to learn fast. And then it also leads me to the second thing I think that can help us make it in whatever we're trying to do. The second thing is to be unique, which I personally think is a great idea. If you know how to be unique, if you try and find your own style and your own way of doing things and your own way of making music and your own way of expressing yourself creatively, if you find a way that you can express yourself creatively that no one else can copy, that something that no one else can do, I think you have a better chance of having a really long shelf life in your career and do something that will be timeless and something that a lot of people cannot copy and something that can fit in no matter what trend, no matter what is happening in the current time, because you're bringing something new to the table all the time that no one else has. You're not copying any wave, right? Remember when Amapiano, like, it was a trendy thing. I'm not sure if it's still like a trendy thing. I'm sure it's kind of trendy still right now, right? Everyone jumped on it. Everyone was doing videos on it. Everyone was doing something. Remember when trap became popular, everyone jumped on it. Right now we have drill. It had, you know, the time where it was up here, everyone is talking about drill music. Everyone, when they talk about this kind of movie or this kind of thing, you know, everything goes like this. But it's always those unique things that, you know, stick around the longest. And I think that's something that we as musicians, we can also use to, you know, find a way for us to make it in this industry that we're trying to get into by trying to be as unique as possible. That's just what I think, right? So learn fast, which means that, you know, you're going to have to practice and grasp things quickly. I'm not saying that all of us have to learn in the same pace, because it's obviously, you know, unreasonable, because we all learn at different paces. Some people learn slow, but then if you lag, if you learn slow, it means that in this race you're gonna lag behind, you understand? But you have to really find a way so that you can speed up a little bit, so you can catch up with everyone and the people that we are looking up to, so that you're not falling behind. And also just try and be unique so that you can, at least no matter what position you're at, whatever you're offering is always different from, you know, it's always different and fresh. It can be even old to you, but it's fresh to a lot of people because it's your own style, it's your own thing. That's something that I also just had to learn, that, you know what, my stuff is different and it's unique, and that's a good thing. You understand? So when I make my music, I embrace uniqueness, and I also just embrace trying to be as fast as I can when it comes to learning how to make music and things like that. So you let me know what you think about this topic, but I just thought I'd come in and I let this out in this video while I'm just sitting here in this late day sun. I'll see you guys in my next video. Remember to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. I'm X and I'm out. Peace.